President Trump has called New York City's mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani a communist. Mamdani has promised to be the president's worst nightmare. Today, they meet at the White House. Mamdani saying,
"My team reached out to the White House to set up this meeting because I will work with anyone to make life more affordable for the more than 8.5 million people who call this city home."
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
It speaks to the fact that President Trump is willing to meet with anyone and talk to anyone and to try to do what's right on behalf of the American people.
On Capitol Hill today, the House considers a resolution to condemn socialism.
Some Dems might oppose it because the resolution does not define socialism, and some social programs like Medicaid and Social Security could be viewed as socialist under this measure.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. The White House says an American-brokered peace plan could end the war in Ukraine. But two sources familiar with the plan tell Reuters it puts more pressure on Kyiv than Moscow.
A draft of the President Trump-backed proposal obtained by the Associated Press would require Ukraine to give up land to Russia in exchange for security guarantees from the U.S. It would also require Ukraine to limit the size of its military, prevent the future expansion of NATO, and offer a path to lifting sanctions on Russia. Russia would be required to stop attacks, and $100 billion in frozen Russian assets would be dedicated to rebuilding Ukraine. But Ukraine's president has repeatedly ruled out handing territory over to Russia, and critics say doing so would be a victory for the Kremlin.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Sources also say the U.S. wants Ukraine to sign off on the plan by Thursday, threatening to cut off intelligence and weapons supplies. Gunmen have attacked a Catholic school in western Nigeria, kidnapping as many as 52 school children, according to local media. Wall Street Dow futures are about 300 points higher in early trading. The Dow lost 386 points yesterday. America's listening to Fox.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Air traffic controllers who showed up for work reliably during the more than month-long government shutdown are being rewarded for it.
The Transportation Department is singling out 776 air traffic controllers and technicians who didn't miss a day of work to get $10,000 cash awards. The bonuses were suggested by the president in a Truth Social post last week for their commitment during the country's longest ever government shutdown. DOT Secretary Sean Duffy said the money is an appreciation for keeping the flying public safe. Federal Aviation Administrator Brian Bedford added the recipients' work represents the highest level of public service. The president suggested in the same post that controllers who did not work should have their pay docked. No plans have been announced to penalize workers. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
President Trump accusing a half-dozen Democrat lawmakers of sedition after the lawmakers called on U.S. military members to defy what they called illegal orders. In a video released this week, in a social media post, the president called for the lawmakers to be arrested and put on trial. A judge in Chicago today expected to rule whether a man accused of setting a woman on fire aboard a commuter train should remain in federal custody.
Prosecutors say 50-year-old Lawrence Reed had multiple prior cases over the last 3 decades. At the time, he allegedly doused a woman with gasoline and set her on fire Monday while riding a city train in Chicago. Well, more than 49 arrests, including 10 felony cases for crimes ranging from battery and assault to aggravated arson. In fact, at the time of the incident, prosecutors say Reed was already on pretrial release for an aggravated battery case for violently hitting a social worker. Prosecutors asked the judge to keep Reed in custody until trial, but the judge placed him on electronic monitoring.
Fox's Janley Painter, the suspect, has reportedly admitted guilt. I'm Jack Callahan. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois Commerce Commission cutting down the rate request of two big gas utilities in the state. The ICC reduced Ameren, Illinois rate request for its natural gas delivery services by nearly $56 million. ICC also cut more than $146 million off Nicor's gas rate request for its natural gas delivery services. Authorities investigating a fire at a church in Champaign. It broke out this week at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist on Bloomington Road. Good news, nobody was hurt. It's not known how much damage those flames caused. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. Two more flyover ramps to the I-57, I-74 interchange opening early this morning, representing two more milestones in the major reconstruction project there. Illinois Department of Transportation said the ramps from eastbound I-74, the northbound I-57, and southbound I-57 to eastbound I-74 opening at 6 a.m. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim.
Hey, good morning. It is Friday. It is November 21, ESPN 93.5, 706. I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
There's Brother Johnny's in town for Thanksgiving. Good to have Johnny
and
around.
for the
fog, what's going on with this fog?
Yeah, well, it's pretty thick. Make sure you have your headlights on.
Yeah, have your headlights to be seen, not to see. You definitely need to be seen, and I'm sure everybody knows how to do all that.
That's right.
Greg Solier, heck, I'm looking at this thing, and no complaints in the weather station, my friend. I mean, this is when you're getting 40s and 50s in this point of November. Come on, man. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, but it kind of has a little look that there's some December weather first with temperatures coming our way, and then there's at least moisture coming. We'll try to keep it liquefied to start, but going to be, I think, kind of a busy month of December around here chasing stuff around.
So Brother Johnny be way far out by then. I mean, you'll be back in New Orleans.
I'll tell you, that fog, I don't...
Well, I think as we get deeper into the December season and the wintertime season, even New Orleans and the Gulf Coast may not be able to escape from cold relative to their part of the world down there.
Yeah,
sorry to report.
So we might have a few weather things to talk about in December, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Oh yeah. Keep the weather guy and everybody else here on their toes.
Well, that's good.
Diane, too.
That's right.
We trust the weatherman when it comes to Greg Solier. Brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you life is unexpected. When it comes to your health, Carl will be there every step of the way, from convenient care to advanced diagnostics. You can learn more at carl.org.
All right, 7:08, Mr. Greg Solier taking a look at the weekend, sir. And also, we play up in Wisconsin, 6:30 tomorrow night. I think it's going to be in the 30s, I think, for that kick, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, probably. Well, they'll be looking at daytime temps tomorrow. Yeah, somewhere into the middle and upper 40s, so maybe close to the 40-degree mark, but then in that drier air and clear skies and a light wind component, for relative to November up at Madison, pretty easy to take, but yeah, dress accordingly there. Around here, we're kind of on the southern, at least the northern edge of some of these, at least southern and central Illinois rains, raining over towards Villa Grove, sprinkling lightly here, maybe around the Philo-Sydney area. Then you get up towards Thomasboro, nothing going on, but there's a lot of mist and fog still evident. 46 at Rantoul, 48 at Willard and Savoy. We're close to 50 degrees here around the Philo-Sydney area, and in the upper 40s across the rest of the area, with that dense fog advisory in effect here across much of East Central Illinois, West Central Indiana until about 9 this morning. So deal with that and the mist and the fog, and we'll get a period or two of rain to continue to make its way across the area during the course of the day today. High temperatures close to 50, so no real significant climb at all. Light east northeasterly winds. Whatever rain we see from here in Champaign County on southward in particular winds down this evening, clearing after midnight and colder. 36. Good looking weather for the weekend. This is your weekend to get those holiday decorations out. You've been warned. 53 tomorrow, 32 tomorrow night, 58 Sunday, and late Monday to Tuesday, maybe a little rain to come through the area. None of this is going to be drop busting at all. 57 on Monday. We'll get close to 60 on Tuesday, then 40s Wednesday, but we're dry for the holiday, pre-holiday travel. Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy, turning colder. Little rain, snow, a spot or two in the morning. No big deal from travel. 35 and dropping, then partly sunny, breezy, cold weather Friday and Saturday. Low to mid-30s daytime, nights in the upper teens and 20s, colder air on the move. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, thank you, buddy, for good work. Darn good work on this weather. ESPN 93.5. Zabran Mondani, the new mayor-elect of New York, going to the White House to talk to Donald Trump about affordability issues. I've got the answer to that.
Okay, what do you got?
Pay for everything for people. Just pay. That's all you got to do.
All right.
Flip the switch. Everything's free.
Well, then who's paying for that?
Well, that'll work for a while. Don't worry about it, Diane.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
shake
all
out.
good.
Okay.
So you have both have kind of gone back and forth in the verbiage, and here they are meeting face to face. I think Mondani will be very impressed with what Donald Trump's like in person. He's a lot nicer than you're expecting, and he listens a lot more than you think.
Well, it's hard to predict because I don't really know this Mondani guy. He puts on a great show, seems okay, and then his speech rattled everybody because his victory speech was pretty mean, and he didn't seem like that.
Well,
so
he's got the charisma.
It could be a pretty
he's got the great
positive meeting for everyone, and we'll see. Maybe he'll come around and say maybe capitalism is better. But what if Trump becomes a communist?
Well, there you go.
I don't think so.
That could happen.
But I just worry it turns into something like a first Zelensky meeting or something.
Well, I hope not. I mean, it'll all be Trump's fault. Hey, by the way, it reminds me though of the eye contact and the closeness. I feel your pain.
Well,
I feel. Bill! Isn't she sweet? I mean, he has that kind of connection.
Right. Some people just have that kind of demeanor, and they can talk so well, and it's easy to follow that.
Well, the problem
look in the eye and just absolutely.
And a lot of our leaders have that. But they can't manage anything. That is a problem we've got.
No,
because the job is management.
Yeah. Yes.
It's leading and inspiring, but it's also making things work.
Yeah.
The very, very boring and mundane things like trash pickup and the street lights.
Is it possible?
And the roads being at least drivable.
Is it possible to be in a top 10 city and have it well run?
I think it's possible.
I mean,
it's a hard thing to do, by the way.
Where is a well-run big city?
Okay, we're going to do some research.
Where is somebody that is really, really clipping along? Where?
I think Dallas is actually a fairly well run.
Okay.
I'll have to do some backup.
It takes
work
some
on that.
serious studying.
It's
about
harder and harder to run. It's a higher level job, believe me. But we've got some. I don't think Chicago's a very well managed city right now.
Well, let's listen to the mayor of Chicago. He's just very unhappy these days.
Yeah,
and it's all my fault.
Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. I'm going to work hard every single day to protect the people who are caught up in violence in this city. Guess why? You want to know why? Because the vast majority of them look like me.
Okay. I got to see how he incorporates the president here. Stand by.
This president has never asked a very simple question to me. He doesn't talk to black mayors about what it's like to live in communities that have been disinvested in. So no, we're not going to succumb to the sickness and the evil that Dr. King warned us about a generation ago. It's a sickness, and we're going to eradicate it.
Okay, kind of angry. Is it possible to be black and racist?
Well, yes, but I think that's poor management. You need to.
But his thing is give me money. I have to have investments, and we'll take care of all this with investments. And the cities have quit getting investments. We need more investment. What does that mean?
Who knows what he would do with the money? But we know that they don't have any, so we have an idea.
Because we're racist. Well, the whole thing is based on black.
Yeah, well, he goes to that because it kind of gives him some cover for not having very many good ideas. But there's a lot of good black mayors, and also the administration works with whoever wants to talk about some help. That's what I've seen. Yeah. Now, Chicago doesn't seem to want anything to do with Trump, and Trump hasn't called them, and so there's nothing going to happen there, and I think that's bad for both. It's better, it's Mamdani's, the communist, who called the Trump White House. Right. And they said, okay, sure. They reached out, but Chicago couldn't do that. If that's the way the president wants to play it, okay. Well, he shouldn't. Okay, let's not talk about he shouldn't. Maybe he can help you. Give him a call.
See what happens. 7:14 now. Sports headlines. Brett Bielema going to Wisconsin.
Well, our guys had a good week of practice. Kind of simulated all the things that you have up there. The part that I really enjoyed of this group, the work ethic, their mentality, their focus, right? So really challenged them on Sunday to put a good week of work in. They've done that. Health-wise, everybody's cleared. Everybody's good to go. Shouldn't be Aiden Lawford practice all week. There's somebody else. Who was it? Caleb. Oh, Caleb cleared. Yeah, Caleb practiced yesterday and today. Actually, I think he practiced Tuesday too. He did practice Tuesday. He might have been in green, but yeah, he's cleared. So with that, open up for questions.
This Wisconsin defense obviously is playing well.
Yeah.
I think the two freshman linebackers are probably. What have you seen from the?
Yeah, well, they played well all year, really defensively. I mean, there's obviously some games that got away from them there during that stretch, but yeah, they're big up front. They're physical. That DC and him and Luke have been together a long time, so I think they understand what they want. Yeah, the emergence of the two freshman linebackers, obviously, they're very productive. But I just think overall they play with a lot of confidence. They do a lot, but not a lot. They kind of hide certain things well. But I'm excited about the challenge. I know Luke's excited. I think the biggest thing too, they've really tackled, I think, pretty well. One of the things that gets lost on defensive measurements is a lot of times the actual production on early downs. Now, third down, it's about throwing at the chains, right, and making it. But early downs, a lot about tackling. They've tackled very, very well.
Wisconsin is opened up, I think, 9.5-point underdog. It's now 7.5 to 8.5, meaning America's kind of betting on Wisconsin and taking the points. That's kind of where we are.
6:30 kickoff tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we got a new Illinois basketball recruit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about
4-star
Lucas Morello. Yeah, actually 5-star on this report.
Atlanta Inquirer said 4, but he's up there.
4.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dominican Republic, Orlando Antigua was the head recruiter there. 6'7" guard.
That's right.
Okay.
Out of Mount Vernon at New York.
Sounds like he's going to look like Wegler, the new Wegler kiddo. Keegan.
That's right, Keegan Wegler.
6'7"
Yeah,
guard.
I gotta get my names down on these new teams.
Mihajlo Petrovic.
Right.
It's Andrej Stojakovic. It's Stojakovic.
Okay.
David Mirkovic.
Okay. You're getting it, Stevie.
Well, Georgie Bashan-Zavili. I've had to work on that one for a while.
Long Island tomorrow. And, we need to hand out a couple of tickets.
We've got some.
So, Illini, if you want to win from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza.
Got Unity St. Joe Ogden, 1 o'clock, same time as the Illini basketball.
Direct conflict.
Be a few thousand people at St. Joe, I'm sure.
This Class 3A duel tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So take note of that. Illinois volleyball lost to UCLA in a 5-set thriller yesterday.
I watched the first set and they won.
Yes, they did. They won first and third.
Man. Yeah. It's in John Wooden Court.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Wizard of Westwood.
Yeah.
USC tomorrow at 6 as the Illini volleyball team is on the West Coast. We had the Houston Texans over the Buffalo Bills 23-19.
Who picked that team, Steve?
You did.
Oh, that's
Johnny's had like 17. He's picked
roll.
17 NFL games in a row correctly.
All right, when I go to Pittsburgh, Chicago Bears at Soldier Field on Sunday, who am I picking for that?
Chicago.
Okay, then. I'll do that. I got my new Bears sweatshirt, and I'm ready for the game at noon on Sunday. Minnesota will be in Green Bay. Indianapolis is in Kansas City. Your Saints, Johnny, will be hosting Atlanta with a 3:25 start on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to go with the Saints on that. Steve.
Are you?
Well, we got the quarterback. He's stepping up, and I'm not betting on
Kurt
Atlanta.
Cousins is the quarterback now for Atlanta.
It cost me everything. I'm not betting on Atlanta.
Kurt Cousins is taking over quarterbacking since Penix is out. Michael Penix got hurt. So
now, that doesn't sound good at all.
Right. How old is Kurt Cousins?
I'm going to have to lower my points on that one because Cousins kills it.
Kurt Cousins is good.
He's like
Michigan
a nemesis.
State. Yeah, he's good.
He's like salivating right now. Saints.
And he's being paid $180 million to be the backup. Here's your weather brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you the Turkey Trot is on Thanksgiving morning. I've been a part of that for so many years, checking in with various radio shows. It steps off at Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. You can learn more details at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Widespread low overcast still locked into position and a dense fog advisory through about 9 this morning. Some of the steadiest rain so far bypassing Champaign and Vermilion counties down to the south, but as the morning wears on, at least some steadier light rains will break out across the area. Temperatures inching up close to about 50 degrees. Heads up on the lower visibilities here. Much of the day today in particular for this morning. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight. Colder 36. Good looking weather though. Returns for the weekend. An abundance of sunshine. Opportunities to get those holiday decorations out and going. You'll want to do that this weekend. 53 tomorrow, 32 tomorrow night, 58 on Sunday, and not bad on Monday. Increasing clouds at 57. A little bit of drabble of rain late in the day, Monday to Tuesday. Highs near 60 on Tuesday, then 40s on Wednesday, 30s and dropping on Thanksgiving Day. Maybe a few sprinkles and snowflakes in the morning, and partly sunny, breezy, cold weather for the day Friday into the rest of the holiday weekend. Maybe a snowflake and highs in the low 30s, nights in the upper teens to low 20s. For STV Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes. or perhaps a second home away from it all? Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Warehouse club chain BJ's Wholesale says its sales rose 1% in the recent quarter. It signed up more members, and it was making more from memberships. BJ's says its profit held up, though expenses were higher. CEO Bob Eddy says BJ's Wholesale continues to perform well in a volatile environment. The company says it's entering the holiday season with momentum. There is merger news. Hazardous waste company Clean Earth has been sold to French waste management company Veolia for around $3 billion, including debt. Reuters is reporting that California Pizza Kitchen has been sold to an investor group led by consortium brand partners and Eldridge Investments. The first California Pizza Kitchen was launched in 1985 in Beverly Hills. It now has nearly 200 locations. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
When looking for a bank, you deserve the best. Philo Exchange Bank is a Best of Bauer bank rated 5 stars in financial strength and stability for over 28 consecutive years. Banking with us means you're banking with one of the strongest banks in the nation. Visit any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands to experience the best firsthand.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Celebrate the shortest day of the year on December 12th at the Anita Purvis Nature Center. Urbana Park District has their annual Winter Solstice celebration on the 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. Enjoy a roaring fire outside, guided walks through Busey Woods, crafts inside, snacks and music. Everything is free, but a sign-up is great just to have enough supplies. Call the Anita Purvis Nature Center at 217-384-4062 or sign up online at urbanaparks.org.
Yeah, you can hear Bears Radio on WQQB Q96 is where, if you want to hear Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer, hometown boys in Chicago, we carry the Chicago Bear football team, and wow, good timing to have a 7-3 football team atop the North. I'm sorry, the Central North? The North. Anyway, Bears right there. It's going to be interesting. They got a tough finishing schedule. Green Bay twice, Philadelphia, the Lions.
That's a real tough finish.
It's a tough
finish. That
finish.
division's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, Chicago Bears Radio right here on Q96 across the hall at Stevie J Broadcasting.
That's
All right.
right.
So I was outraged, really, by the people that used to be military and intelligence on the Democratic side suggesting you should not follow unlawful orders, which is, everybody knows that. But here's a montage. First, Chrissy Houlihan, Democrat, Pennsylvania, seems a little worried Donald Trump thought that, should be treasonous kind of talk. Mm-hmm. And then there'll be, I believe it's a military dude right after that. This is not very long, but it's pretty interesting.
Earlier today, the President of the United States used his platform to call for my arrest and even to threaten violence against me, specifically death by hanging. Why? Because I joined 5 other duly elected members of Congress who have served in the military or in intelligence services in recording a simple message to our armed forces. Our message to them was, remember your oath, follow lawful orders, refuse unlawful ones.
We've crossed a line in this country that cannot be ignored. We have sitting U.S. elected officials, including Senator Mark Kelly, now telling troops that they can refuse illegal orders. I mean, it sounds reasonable until you realize no legal order has been given. Everyone knows that. This isn't about the law. This is about planting seeds of doubt. It's a Trojan horse slipped into the minds of the one group of Americans who cannot afford to doubt for even 1 second, our military. I mean, you get our troops questioning their chain of command, questioning their commander-in-chief, questioning the oath that they swore to. And you're not just playing with politics, you're injecting anarchy into the ranks.
Sowing seeds of doubt, Johnny.
Well, it's just undermining the military, really, by telling the soldiers, make sure your order's legal. Now, how are they going to do that? Yeah. And they can know if you're going to go out and open fire on a crowd that, no, we're not doing that. And actually, there's been cases through history where people have refused to take orders like that.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what gets me is, number one, their montage was deliberately vague and pointed out no examples, number one.
Well, exactly. And they've been pressed on the example, and they just say, well, Donald Trump has said, those aren't orders.
Is to confuse and put doubt into our soldiers, which is actually a form of undermining. You could call it treason. And what Trump said is they should be prosecuted, and the penalty is death. He did not, quote, threaten violence on her. That would be through due process. If they were charged, indicted, charged, and convicted, they could be put. And he did say that. I don't think he should have done that.
Right.
But he didn't do what they're saying he did. And I suspect, Steve, they were trying to bait into something just like that, knowing that, being quite predictable, the president would react pretty, in a I guess, here's my opinion, way.
Poke the bear.
And he should have poked the bear. That's what they were doing.
Well, and Martha McCollum on Fox yesterday.
That's a good way of putting it.
And
it worked.
Yes.
Martha McCollum on Fox yesterday said, one of the guys that was in that montage, he said, well, have you heard what he said? He said, well, what he says isn't an order. He'll say things, but they're not a direct order to the troops to go do something illegal.
That's right.
So and sowing the seeds of doubt is exactly what it does. And how are they supposed to be the arbiter of what exactly is legal and then cause a stir and have a discussion?
And there's one topic that has been questioned, which is the attack on the drug boats. Well, you're not doing due process. They shouldn't be in Venezuela. It's not, they don't have any constitutional rights, but does the president have the power in whatever, under whatever, to do it? But they didn't mention that. They don't say that because I think the Pentagon feels like that what they're doing is legal to protect the country from poisoning of our children, of which we all know somebody who's not with us anymore, and because of this drug trade. And that's probably where they got the idea. But then what else? The ICE people are not breaking any laws. They're trying to enforce the laws.
Yeah.
And so it was a pretty Bush League thing to do, and I think they're very proud of themselves, and I think they're surprised at the backlash.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Stever. If you go to GoStever right now, GoStever.com, I think, I'll make sure it's up. Yes. Okay. Right now, you can get $50 at Jets Pizza.
All right. Jets Pizza has 2 locations at Neal and Green Street and over by Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis. And their lunch specials, a couple of slices and a drink, are under $10.
Wow.
So
a couple slices and
that's
a drink.
affordable.
Yeah, it is. Very much delicious. It's Jets Pizza. It's $50 if you'd like that. You go to GoStever.com, enter. You'll get an email tonight if you're one of our winners. We'll do 4 of them today. So $50 at Jets Pizza is our Stever offer, the program where I, Stevie J, happily give you my money so you might spend it and enjoy. It's Jets Pizza. And by the way, we have a survey at the conclusion. We push complete after you're all done. A survey will come to your phone. You must fill it out thoughtfully and carefully.
That's right.
It is 7:30. A couple of great interviews coming up. Stand by.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pets Pick Flooring event at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Get up to a $1,000 rebate on great pet-friendly carpets and floors from Shaw. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs from your furniture purchase. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The Pets Pick Flooring event. Going on now at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
Papa President Trump trying to solve the affordability crisis.
We know that Americans are still hurting from the 4-decade high inflation caused by Joe Biden and the Democrats. But President Trump is making significant progress to fix this, and he will not stop working until he solves it.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt at 3 p.m. Eastern, a huge meeting.
Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office meeting a president who wants New York to do well but doesn't want a socialist takeover of his hometown. And now the mayor-elect is talking about how he's going to pay for free buses for all in a state where the governor claims no new taxes.
Fox's Peter Doocy. Ukraine's President Zelensky said he discussed the new U.S. peace plan to stop Russia's nearly 4-year-old war with the heads of Great Britain, France, and Germany. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, firefighters responded to the Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church in Champaign for a fire Wednesday afternoon at 1601 West Bloomington Road. A fire reported by multiple people passing by. The good news, nobody inside, nobody hurt at the time. The church will assess the damage with insurance and find a path forward. 2 more flyover ramps at the I-57, I-74 interchange open early Thursday morning, representing 2 more milestones in the major reconstruction project there. IDOT says the ramps from eastbound I-74 to northbound I-57 and southbound I-57 to eastbound I-74 were open. Temps continue to drop, but the Urbana Free Library reminding patrons their services will remain accessible for everyone. Urbana Free Library provides a home delivery service for people with conditions that prevent them from coming to the library. Visit the library's website to download an application for the service. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The beat goes on with this low November-looking sky, reduced visibility as areas of fog and mist, and steady rains once again from about the I-74 corridor on southward. We'll be on the northern clip of that for the day today. Areas of fog much of the day, and a dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. High temperature getting close to 50 on a light east and northeasterly wind. We'll have a more significant period of rain to come through the area later this morning and into this afternoon. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight, colder 36. Good looking weather for the weekend, up to 53 tomorrow, 58 Sunday. Lots of sunshine, clouds increase Monday. Late in the day, a little rain in the afternoon. Highs up near 57, and a couple of spells of rain, especially in the morning hours of Tuesday, up near 60. Then cooler weather Wednesday, but we're dry for the travel day. Next week at 46, a little rain, snow mix, no big deal. Thanksgiving morning, temperatures in the 30s and dropping during the day. Then cold weather and breezy at that for Friday and into the following weekend. High temperatures into the lower 30s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solier.
Well, it's Paul Atkinson. He's Johnny's longtime partner.
Yeah, we do videography and all kinds of sporting type of shows, mainly Paul.
Paul's an outstanding videographer. He's into another business now that Stevie J Broadcasting just grabbed hold of because credit card processing is a pain. And I needed a guy, and I never had a guy with this other company. Never got a call ever. And now you're my guy, Paul. Way to go.
Stevie J, that is quite amazing. You had a 15-year business relationship with Haya, and you never heard from anybody.
Nope, and very difficult to reach anybody. And so you process credit cards. You do that for business. So you got the stamp of approval from Johnny Cacciaturian and Stevie J, so you must have an edge in Central.
That's a little bit of a stretch, Steve. No, listen, here's the thing, though. You can always get Paul, and if not, Peyton Manning. He's kind of back Paul.
There you go. You don't know who's going to answer the phone.
Paul Atkinson Manning could as well be. You've embedded yourself into the Archie, Peyton, Eli, and Cooper Manning family.
Adoptive son.
And you knew Arch Manning, the Texas quarterback, since he was a little boy. So you videoed everything. You made a movie called Manning to Manning. Tell me again, can I see that on YouTube or no?
No, that's kind of a sore subject because their marketing people kind of put the kibosh on that.
Well,
but
you had the family. The family totally agreed to all that, though.
I didn't think
they agreed to all that. But when the marketing people get involved, it takes a life of its own. So
put it on X.
I just
Paul.
let that go.
Put it on X.
And we moved on to Arch.
Okay, so now you got Arch, who is after the Ohio State loss, which they didn't have the greatest game. It was still a pretty close game.
Yep.
Everybody dropped him from being the Wonder Boy, and it just really now he's come back. He's played quite well lately. They have 3 losses, probably not making the playoffs. But assess Arch Manning's year. Would he come out and be a New Orleans Saint quarterback?
You keep wanting to do that. All right, I don't think he's coming out. I think he'll play another year, and he just needs to get more experience. He has gotten better. I mean, anyone can reasonably say that. And the Georgia loss this past week was not on him. That first drive, they went right down the field against Georgia with a hyped-up crowd, and he hit Wingo. Johnny's not going to like to hear this as a wide receiver. He hit Wingo in his hands on a crossing pattern to the sideline that probably would have scored. He drops the ball, and they have to settle for a field goal. So some things he can control. I said he can throw the pass, but he can't catch the pass, too. Johnny, what do you say about
Well,
that?
I think that he's done very well. I think that, first of all, you said – so what do you do with your freshman? I guess he had actually played a little bit last year, but his first big start. Okay, what do we got, Coach? Well, we're going to Columbus to play Ohio State. Ooh, and I think that, was a 7-point game or something.
Yeah, it was like 14-7 or something.
14-7.
Yeah, and
he driving to. Yeah,
he didn't do great in that game, no doubt, and so that kind of starts you out a little bit because it's all about confidence.
But he's never played college football. He's never had a season where he's been the quarterback.
Well, now he's coming around, and he's got the backing of some pretty good quarterbacks.
Yeah,
there. His
some,
grandfather wasn't bad, Archie, and then you have Peyton and Eli, and his father was actually Cooper, who was a good football player, but he had an injury and he couldn't play.
Football. Stenosis.
Yeah, so that was a kind of a medical thing that.
Yeah, it's a narrowing of the spinal column.
Yeah, and they told him, you're not going to be able to safely play.
And Illinois football ranked 21st in the bowl playoff. So Johnny says if there's 11 teams to lose 2 games, we can make it.
Yep,
so we're still in it. So you say we have a chance.
Paul, it's never over till it's over, and you can and probably Texas only needs about 6 teams to lose.
Yeah, right, exactly. So there you go.
Both games, by the way.
Do you know, are they going to expand the playoffs next year, Paul? I heard 16. That would make a big difference for Illinois, I think.
They have a December 1st deadline to figure this out, and I still think they're going to keep it at 12 because 12, even though you're going to make more colleges happy if you get it to 16, I think 12 is actually a very good format. I like how they're doing this. Top 4 teams have a bye, and then the other ones play it out in the first round. And you have college campus games, and then you go to the quarterfinals where they're actually bowl games. So I like how they've set this up. It does still give a lot of teams a lot of chances at the end of the year. Like you said, Texas still has to probably have 6 teams lose or a combination of losses or wins. But the funny thing was last week, the first bowl rankings came out, the CFP playoff rankings. Texas was in. They lose. Texas is out. Yeah. Now Tulane's in.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Amazing that Tulane could be in.
Well, Tulane hasn't had the strength of schedule, right?
No, but they'll go with the record, and I think that's great that 1 or 2 of those kinds of teams get in, and who knows, they may run the table. But hey, Paul, you know what's bothering me? the conference championship seems like an outlier thing, and now you've got maybe Ohio State playing Indiana and then go into the playoffs, so one of them have to lose. It just doesn't sit quite right with me. But then do you get rid of the conference championship games? I don't know.
That's a good question. They're playing so many games now. What's the point of that extra game?
It's not. There isn't
really
no
point.
There really isn't. Well, to say, okay, we won the Big Ten.
So what?
But
it's all playoffs now.
Yeah,
well,
so what?
And so in any case, it's just bothers me because you're on a roll. You're going for the national championship, and one of the two best teams in the country is going to lose. Maybe that's okay, or maybe that'll help them. Maybe that'll hurt them, but maybe they'll lose a good player. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I think they do
exactly.
They do the conference championships in basketball because a lot of money for a weekend. But why do you play that? It's all March Madness. If you don't advance in the NCAA tournament, your season wasn't very good.
Yeah, well, and basketball's a little different. That you can play a few more games.
Yeah.
The pros get to in shape where they can actually play 50 games. They play 82. That's why they're always hurt.
NBA.
And you go and say, I want to see Shaq. Oh, Shaq's not playing.
They're playing an 82
Well, what about
game.
LeBron? No, he's not playing either.
NBA
Wait a
schedule.
minute, I want my money back. No, you're going to see a great product.
They're playing an 82-game NBA schedule with 50-game bodies. I mean, you just can't.
Which are incredible bodies.
Well, Paul, I'll let you go here in a second. So if some business wants a good credit card guy that'll actually call them and give you great rates, how would they reach you?
Well, I can give you my cell number, 713-501-4078. And the good news about my position is there is no territory, as evidenced by I'm in New Orleans, and I can sell to Illinois.
Yeah, well,
And
listen,
we thank you for that business.
No, we you reach us if you need the number, but if you need it, because I haven't been happy with my credit card people, whoever they are. I didn't know who they were.
I'll
the
give
main
you my
thing
email too, and you can put it on the website.
You need access, like you were saying, you couldn't get and that's where I would need help from time to time because now I mentioned I have the iPhone 17, Paul, and it's clearly been designed to push anyone over 60 over the edge because they changed everything, and I just need help.
I know. Hey, listen, Paul. Listen, thank you for jumping on. Root for the whole Manning.
Enjoy it.
Well, listen, the Manning family are good people, and they're amazing.
No, what a great And
what are the odds, Johnny? You're sitting at dinner at the Manning family. Archie's got a game Sunday. Archie, their dad, and you're sitting around with two future Super Bowl MVPs.
And next time, Paul, we'll talk about how you almost got Eli thrown out of college, the future Super Bowl MVP quarterback,
and
completely dismissed on massive NCAA violations,
which
were, by the way, proved to be totally nothing to it. Paul was totally okay. Eli was okay, but it was a little bit of a fright.
Well, when you push record on the machine, things can happen.
Well, as grandfather Archie, the great Archie Manning said, "Oh, I think they probably overreacted."
Hey, Paul, thanks, man. Good talking to you.
All right, man.
We'll be
Good
in
to see
touch.
you.
Thank you.
Talk to you, Stevie J and John A.
Thank you. All right, we're going to call Tony Reese, the head football coach at Unity High School. Dave Gentry, the great star of radio, great personality. Dave Gentry, who sadly still wakes up at 2 a.m. and has no place to go.
Well, I got to tell you, though, Stevie.
What do you do at 2 a.m.? IHOP closed. What do we do?
That's the problem.
We think of
you can't find a decent place to eat.
We think of movie plots. Dave and I could have easily been Lucas and Spielberg, but we went different routes. In fact, in high school, didn't we come up with something? It was some crazy idea for movies called War of the Stars or something.
Yeah.
But then they took it Star Wars.
We'll see.
A lot of our greater ideas were stolen.
Well, nice to.
We could have been a star.
We could have been.
Yeah, Dave Gentry, one of our great radio personalities. Always a pleasure to see you. He's hanging out for a minute. Let's check with Tony Reese. He's the head football coach at Unity High School, based in Tolono, but center of the universe is about 7 miles east. Is that east? Yeah.
That's really pretty much close. St. Joe's a little out of range, but Unity's still in.
Yeah. Tony, one of you guys are going to the state final. How do you feel today?
Pretty exciting stuff. Just excited for obviously our community and St. Joe's community and Central Illinois in general. Illini Prairie Conference. It's good representation for football in our area. I think last year having Monticello and us in the semifinals, one of us was going to punch our ticket, and fortunately it didn't go our way. But happy for Monticello to get that opportunity, and this year it's going to be either us or St. Joe. So hopefully it's us.
Are all your guys healthy?
Yeah, I mean, we're not 100%, but I don't think any football team is in week 13 of the season. But we were out a couple guys last week. I think we're going to be back to full capacity with those guys, but I don't think anybody's necessarily 100%. But I think, fingers crossed, we're going to have everybody cleared to play.
Tony Reach, Unity High School football coach, semifinals tomorrow in St. Joe. Last time you played them, you beat them quite easily, but they didn't have their star running back. He's back. Plus, St. Joe Ogden's playing well.
They're playing very well. And I think, when you go back to week 4 when we played them the first time, like you said, they didn't have their running back. I don't know that they necessarily had their identity yet. They'd had a great team last year that went undefeated in the regular season and graduated a lot of key players, and I think they were still trying to figure some things out early in the season, as are most teams. But they've clearly found their identity here at the right time, and they're playing their best football, and it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
How many people are going to be there? I mean, man, it's just going to be a lot.
Yeah, and with Illinois playing, a later game, and the forecast is a beautiful November day, so I can't think of much else to do other than to head out to Dick Duvall Field and catch the Rockets and Spartans.
Yeah, Johnny thought he'd get there. Johnny thought he'd get there 4 a.m. Is that a little early?
I might go a little later, but no, I want a good spot. I think you're ready for this, Tony. I remember we were talking football quite a while ago when Bethany was the manager of the
Unbelievable.
team. And Tony was a great support for her. We were up
Absolutely.
there. Because Bethany's team got kind of washed out in Katrina, so she went to Unity High School.
Unbelievable.
And, I think that you are in a good spot. And I've always thought, man, I can't wait to watch this, because a couple years ago I'd heard your name as the head coach, Tony, and I think you've been doing a great job.
Well, heck, man, you have better winning percentage than Kurt Signetti at Indiana. I mean, what the heck? What the heck? Anyway, listen, hope it really you play great tomorrow, and it's exciting. And your first year, Tony, hats off, man, to run them all the way to here. And I know this class, the senior class, has been great.
By the way, back to Signetti, what about the $11 million? Come on.
Tony gets that? I mean, I think it surprised people, but if you get $11 million deal like Signetti, that's fair.
I'd go for 10. Just don't get greedy.
Right.
Don't need to be greedy.
Tony, listen, good luck tomorrow. I hope you play your best. It's going to be a heck of a football game and really exciting. The weather's going to be great. Go get him, man.
That's right. Go Rockets.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there cheering
you.
for you, buddy.
Thank you. Excited for the opportunity.
All right. Talk soon. Thank you. Tony Reed's head football coach of Unity. We're going to call Sean Skinner. Yes. Sean will be on this afternoon on the drive with Evan and Curtis and some players. So that'll be later today.
No kidding.
St. Joe Ogden Spartans and Sean Skinner, who took over for the legendary super guy. We have a lot of listeners in St. Joe. We love Dick Duvall. And I believe they play now in Dick Duvall Field. But outstanding man. And Unity and St. Joe Ogden have been to the finals 11 times, 0-11. It's because Byron's still there.
Well, there's been Stillman Valley and
Valley and Byron have been the juggernauts. Now, I think Byron has a very tough football game. But the North, why the North is so... Anyway, St. Joe Ogden's head football coach, Sean Skinner, how are you?
We're good. How are you guys?
Boys, this afternoon on the drive, Evan and Curtis, looking forward to talking to you as well, maybe with a player or two. That's awesome. How do you feel, man? One of you guys are going to the state finals.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great experience. I'm so happy for our players, so happy for our coaching staff. So it's really great.
So you went to the Pontiac game. You had to win the last game of the year to make the playoffs. You're a 14 seed. How'd you do it?
What we've done is we've gotten healthy, and our kids have just bought into the idea of 1 week at a time. And there's something that's kind of, I don't know, there's a freedom that comes with knowing you just have to play as hard as you can and as good as you can today, and everything else will take care of itself.
Now, you are healthy.
Yeah, we really are. This is
awesome.
And that's been the biggest key. We're finally healthy.
Well, Sean, it's Brother Johnny, and on the one hand you say, "Oh no, we got to play St. Joe," but then on the other hand, well, that's great because I don't. It's different when the Unity St. Joe rivalry versus Illinois, Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
Now that's more that's more negative. The St. Joe Unity is great for the area, and
Rockets versus Spartans.
It's a really good rivalry.
It's a great rivalry.
Good programs.
Well, and actually, Unity was on top 40-10 on September 19th.
Didn't have the running back. They were finding their way, and they found it.
Okay.
St. Joe Ogden has found it.
Is that true, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you were to ask Coach Reitz as well, they're a different team than they were 2 months ago, and we're a different team than we were 2 months ago. And that's everybody can say that's playing right now. So that's factual.
And well, I mean, Unity beat Monticello by 30, and then it comes down to a 2-point conversion for Monticello. That's what happens in 2 months, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you've done an outstanding job with the
yeah,
Spartans.
that's what's called good coaching.
No, good, absolutely. Johnny wants to know if you want to be a manager in Washington, be a politician, maybe, Sean. You could
We
manage.
need managers.
Yeah, I need good managers out there. So
we should.
I think I'll pass.
Didn't take him long.
That's the problem. The people who would be good managers
they don't want it.
Don't want anything to do with
you
that.
see, George Washington didn't want to be president. That's who you want to get to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sean, we're hoping that you guys play great tomorrow. It's a fantastic local rivalry. We are all happy for you, and heck of a season, man.
Got enough seats over there at Dick Duval Field, right?
Think so, do they?
And they have brought in I've never seen so much commotion around a field, but yeah, they've brought in extra seating. It's been something to observe. And I think there'll be plenty of seating. It's going to be a beautiful day, right?
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
Not in town
and dry.
So I think there'll be a lot of. people.
Could I request a porta potty in the visitor side? Any chance of that or no?
I don't think we're going to do that.
Figure it out, Ryan.
And those are the kind of things. Now, like I said, nowhere near Michigan, but that's the kind of thing that really gets you.
Accommodating.
That's so funny. Listen, play your best, man. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for both teams to just play their best, see what happens. But congratulations on another terrific year for St. Joe. It's really great, Sean.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
You betcha. Sean Skinner is his name.
And due to be on the drive later today here on ESPN 93.5.
All right, 7:52.
By the way, you notice I just couldn't say good luck tomorrow. Just couldn't say it.
It is hard to say go Spartans.
I mean, we are Unity Rockets.
Yeah, I understand.
We're in Rocket territory.
I got a lot of good listeners in St. Joe, so I'm hoping they just play your best. We love the town of St. Joe.
My son-in-law graduated.
Like you said, we want a conference team to represent us in the state finals. That's true. One of our.
I mean, we're there.
One of our conference.
It's a great frustration on why northern part of the
state. Well, Monticello won.
They did 2018.
Yeah,
but that's an outlier, isn't it? It's
okay.
Come on, Unity St. Joe. They're due.
Unity or St. Joe probably take whoever shows up.
I'd love that.
Bring them on. Bring them on.
And both do and both deserve it.
And thanks to all the boosters and fans, all the windows being painted up in these towns, and all the signs that we're seeing as you head in and out of
fun.
Rocket Nation and Spartan.
We are the first and final to have Christmas trees up, so we feel good about that.
Well, wait till
Stevie put up our decorations yesterday.
We found a tree. We have.
We found
a tree.
Dirk Rice is donating one.
Excellent.
You can always count on a family who's been here since 1880.
That's
Way to go, Dirk. Where?
I'm not sure it's his tree, but he's going to get it.
Okay. And see, I was looking along the railroad line for some great big evergreen trees, but
Dave Gentry, you could have found us a tree. Gentry could have found. He can find anything.
That's right. Arborist is one of the many
if it belongs
things.
to somebody else, I can find it.
Well, so it's
all the details.
I trust it's an evergreen.
It's actually his tree.
Is it big?
You're making a joke.
Is it big?
Yeah. No,
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I don't know if. Well, we'll have to
We'll
see.
have
It's a
to
nice
see.
tree. It's
All right, so it's a week from Sunday? We're
I
lighting
was
it?
looking it up too, by the way.
We have the Parade of Lights in downtown Champaign on the 29th, and on the 30th, we'll do a parade right here in Philo. It's
lot of
in the
people.
evening,
A lot
and
of
then we
people.
have the tree lighting ceremony after both. It's a busy weekend for me next weekend.
Well, I
but
was
I'm
looking
forward to it.
for big commercial artificial trees, and we can get one 80 feet tall.
How much?
I don't know.
A lot.
Well, first of all, that might be a little much, but because that's like water tower ratings.
Yeah, Rockefeller
you've
Plaza.
but we've been putting about a 15 to 20 footer up, and yeah,
That's
you
amazing.
could get one. But I know people want. On the one hand, we have to have a real tree. On the other hand, don't cut those beautiful trees.
Yeah, right, I
So
know,
you've
I
got
know.
that. But
Yeah.
but it's an option. I just have no idea what it'll
Well,
cost.
for the 175th, we had a fireworks presentation that would work in Washington, D.C. Why not have a tree that works in
Well,
Washington?
doesn't Washington use an artificial Christmas tree?
No.
Rockefeller
It's
Center
a real
Christmas
one.
tree is 75 feet tall.
Boom.
And it is a northern spruce, and one of the most famous trees in
and
United
Washington,
States
D.C.,
with
they-
50,000 LED lights.
They pull it in on a wagon from some guy's farm.
Yeah, it's
And
a
he's-
900 pounder, usually.
Gentry, that's correct. Am I not?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I thought they did. Okay, and then we got Turkey getting pardoned next week.
Yes.
That whole time with
All
that.
the
Ed Martin
Thanksgiving
I
thing.
think
probably will.
Trump's going to cancel that.
No,
Okay.
I think Ed Martin's already got the paperwork,
Yeah,
Steve. We
he's-
could confirm
There
with
you
Eddie
That's exactly right.
that the turkey is getting pardoned because
Yeah.
we know the
Let's hope.
pardon attorney.
We know the pardon attorney. It has to be federal, and that's a federal thing with the turkey. So, all right, check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Widespread low overcast still locked into position, and a dense fog advisory through about 9 this morning. Some of the steadiest rain so far bypassing Champaign and Vermilion counties down to the south, but as the morning wears on, at least some steadier light rains will break out across the area. Temperatures inching up close to about 50 degrees. Heads up on the lower visibilities here much of the day today, in particular for this morning. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight, colder 36. Good looking weather, though, returns for the weekend. An abundance of sunshine, opportunities to get those holiday decorations out and going. You'll want to do that this weekend. 53 tomorrow, 32 tomorrow night, 58 on Sunday, and not bad on Monday. Increasing clouds at 57, a little bit of drabble of rain late in the day, Monday to Tuesday. Highs near 60 on Tuesday, then 40s on Wednesday, 30s and dropping on Thanksgiving Day. Maybe a few sprinkles and snowflakes in the morning, and partly sunny, breezy, cold weather for the day Friday into the rest of the holiday weekend. Maybe a snowflake and highs in the low 30s, nights in the upper teens to low 20s. For TV Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Sarah Champagne's been Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenono Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
At Good Vibes, our special teams are the installation guys. They use power tools and they know stuff.
In football, special teams are game changers because wild stuff happens on kickoff and punt returns. We shed blocks, create turnovers, and make clean tackles all at full speed.
Well, our guys mount TVs, cut in ceiling speakers, and configure complex wiring, but never at full speed. Our specialists are efficient because they're experienced but deliberate, so everything looks and performs properly.
Okay, I get the special teams. Does Good Vibes have linebackers too?
Our phone support has your back. People call up, my TV's broke or whatever. 4 out of 5 times we can walk you through a problem and fix it over the phone free. You don't get that from Team Amazon.
Any more angles to this football metaphor?
Sure, Mike's the quarterback. He hands off the product, and I'm the coach. And I'm proud to say our team won first place in the People's Choice Contest for the 5th straight year.
Not exactly the Rose Bowl, but not shabby.
Experience the music and magic this holiday season of Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 4th through the 7th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, the Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, 2 Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. A delightful tradition for the entire family. Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
A plan to end the war in Ukraine. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. Hammered out after weeks of quiet talks with U.S. negotiators, Kyiv and Moscow.
Secretary of the Army Dan Driscoll in Kyiv meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, discussing what the Trump administration calls its comprehensive plan to end the war in Ukraine. Zelensky sounded grateful, saying, in part, peace is needed and we appreciate the efforts of President Trump and his team to return security to Europe. But other Ukrainian officials claim the plan is biased towards Moscow, forcing Ukraine to give up territory the Russians haven't taken, cutting Ukraine's army in half, relinquishing long-range weapons.
Fox's Greg Palkot sources tell Reuters the U.S. is threatening to cut off intelligence sharing and weapons to Kyiv if they don't sign on to the plan by Thursday. Ukraine's President Zelensky says they are working to ensure Ukraine's national interests are taken into account in the plan. After weeks of heated rhetoric for one another, President Trump meets New York City's mayor-elect at the White House today.
Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office meeting a president who wants New York to do well but doesn't want a socialist takeover of his hometown. President Trump says Mamdani is not a socialist, like he says, but really a communist.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Mayor-elect Mamdani says he asked for the meeting because
I intend to make it clear to President Trump that I will work with him on any agenda that benefits New Yorkers. If an agenda hurts New Yorkers, I will also be the first to say so.
The House is scheduled to consider a resolution today to condemn socialism. The Centers for Disease Control may be modifying its stance on childhood vaccines and autism. A post on the CDC's website now says the claim that vaccines do not cause autism is not evidence-based because studies supporting a link have been ignored by health authorities. Wall Street yesterday, the Dow dropped 386 points. NASDAQ lost 486. Now futures over 250 points higher.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
The National Transportation Safety Board has issued its first report on the deadly UPS cargo plane crash in Louisville.
That preliminary report shows that there was structural damage, especially in the area where one of the engines was attached to the wing. There was some stress fractures and cracks. In dramatic video released by the NTSB, you can actually see the moment when this UPS cargo plane basically turned into a fireball. The left engine, one of three, separate from that wing. It falls up and then into the fuselage, basically turning this cargo plane into a fireball, killing 14 people. All three
30 experienced pilots on board, 11 more people on the ground. Now, this was an MD-11 plane that had regular inspections, but some analysts say those inspections were clearly not rigorous enough.
Fox's Steve Harrigan, a man was shot and killed by a police officer at St. Louis Lambert International Airport overnight. Police say the knife-wielding man was in an area where he wasn't supposed to be and continued to advance on officers. Despite being tased when he wouldn't drop the knife, they used deadly force. Supreme Court justices conferring in private today to consider whether the High Court should hear the Trump administration's appeal of lower court rulings, striking down an executive order to limit birthright citizenship. There's one fewer inmate on Florida's death row this morning.
Richard Randolph died by lethal injection Thursday evening at a Florida State prison near Stark. He's the 17th inmate put to death this year in the state. Florida leads the nation in executions, followed by Alabama, South Carolina, and Texas with 5 each. Randolph was convicted of raping and beating his manager at a Palatka convenience store in 1988. She died 6 days later. The U.S. Supreme Court denied the 63-year-old's last-minute appeal. Tom Graham, Fox News.
Thursday night football, reigning MVP Josh Allen sacked 8 times last night. The Bills lost to the Texans 23-19. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. 2 more flyover ramps to the I-57, I-74 interchange opening early this morning, representing 2 more milestones in the major reconstruction project there. Illinois Department of Transportation said the ramps from eastbound I-74, the northbound I-57, and southbound I-57 to eastbound I-74 opening at 6 a.m. Illinois Commerce Commission cutting down the rate request of 2 big gas utilities in the state. The ICC reduced Ameren, Illinois rate request for its natural gas delivery services by nearly $56 million. ICC also cut more than $146 million off Nicor's gas rate request for its natural gas delivery services. Authorities investigating a fire at a church in Champaign. It broke out this week at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist on Bloomington Road. Good news, nobody was hurt. It's not known how much damage those flames caused. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, let me show you. Here's picture. 5 weeks smiling.
That's
Hallie J, look at her.
Anyway, we're talking grandbabies
Grandkid number
here.
2.
Yeah, pretty exciting. All right, good morning, 806 ESPN 93.5. You wait, so you're going to have a whole bunch of grandkids someday.
I would look forward to that. I could do a little, weather on the side and take care of them. Yeah, I kind of miss. You know what? I miss those days. I miss when the guys were little. I really do.
I remember the moment you guys became parents. I just remember that very vividly. How exciting it was. And Diane's about to be a grandparent.
Yep, inside the next 2 weeks or so.
Is this number 1 for you, Diane?
Yes, it is. My little grandbaby grandson. It should be interesting to see how Anna and Seth do with all this.
It's interesting, Greg, because you'll find that the grandchildren and the grandparents have this incredible bond because they both have a common enemy. And so they really get along well.
A common enemy? What would that be?
It's an old saying about the kids. The kids in the middle are actually the parents.
Oh.
So they'll come running to you for respite. Every one of my grandkids that were in timeout saying, I want my papa. And so you'll love that, Greg. You'll love it.
Little Lincoln ran to him and his dad intercepted and said, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't.
He was about 2 feet away from
safety,
see.
Interception.
No.
His dad got him.
Yeah.
And they get a little older, you sugar them up with candy and all that, and you walk out the door. They're done. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually better than that. It's just this kind of cycle of life thing. It's really a neat thing. And you can really appreciate it because when you're parents, you got a lot of things going on.
Yeah. This is the grandparent thing. You can kind of step in, ease back, step in. Yeah.
It's help out, and everybody's happy.
No, and everybody says the same thing, and you don't really know until you're there.
Right. No, you don't.
And you'll know that. It's just awesome. It's a wonderful God moment and a miracle that this happens. It's pretty phenomenal. Our weather forecast with Greg Solier. We got a lot going on with the high school playoffs. Good luck to Unity and St. Joe Ogden tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Going to be a darn good November day for that semifinal in Class 3A Illinois football. And then the Fighting Illini up in Wisconsin tomorrow night, 6:30.
And the basketball team's playing Long Island at 1 o'clock.
Yep,
if you want to take the bus, Pia's got a shuttle and at least a half hour before.
And if you want free tickets, I have some.
That's right.
Just go to 217-359-2255. That's the Fisher National Bank text line, and text in Illini for a chance at those.
That's right.
We also have Jets Pizza. I'm giving out $50 gift cards. GoStever.com, GoStever.com. Okay, Mr. Weatherman, what do you got?
And weather fantastic in all sports fronts around here, whether you're going up to Madison, typical late November chill, but light winds, clear skies, 40-ish or thereabouts at kickoff. Then we'll slide into the mid to upper 30s there. Here, over the weekend, here's your opportunity to get those holiday decorations up. It will be a little on a colder note. We'll be chasing around winter weather systems at some point here, even into the first week of the month of December. So a couple of days worth of fine sun-filled weather for the weekend. Despite what you see out there right now, it will improve. Temperature's not bad, though. 51 over the water survey, 48 Willard and Savoy, 46 at Rantoul. And rain's made it up to about the I-74 corridor, then extending up into parts of Vermilion County. The bigger total south. Still got lots of work to do here in that drought monitor set up, but hopefully most the first few weather systems into December will start, we think, with primarily rain, wet, snow mix, then go back in the other direction, if you know what I mean here. 50 the high today with an east-northeast wind. The dense fog advisory till about 9 or so, but foggy throughout the day, and spells of rain as well. That'll be winding down this evening, clearing off midnight, colder, and 36. Sun for the weekend at 53 tomorrow, 58 on Sunday. And not bad Monday, up to 57. And we get some rain back in the forecast late Monday, Tuesday, just light amounts there. Highs near 60 on Tuesday, then 40s Wednesday for the travel day. We're dry there. Maybe a little rain, snow mix Thanksgiving morning, then colder in the 30s, and we'll hover in the low to mid 30s for highs. Nights, low 20s. Cold weather for the back end of the holiday weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
What's going on at OSF Healthcare, JT?
So OSF, and really over the last, I'd say 2 or 3 years, of analyzing the services that we're offering, what the need was for this community, Champaign-Urbana. Some of the services that we offer just not having a high demand for, but one in particular that stood out to us was behavioral health. It's such an underserved patient population. Most communities, most hospitals are closing behavioral health services, and so we have really leaned into the decision to expand our behavioral health capabilities here. And so that's what what we're doing. We have a huge need for specialty services in Danville. So we'll, over the next 3 to 6 months, we'll have some specialist surgeons, cardiology, pulmonology that shift to that Sacred Heart campus in Danville, and then working through a huge expansion of behavioral health services here in Urbana. It's about a $13 million project to add 2 more floors. Ultimately, we'll have 40 inpatient beds for behavioral health.
JT Barnhart, President and CEO of OSF Healthcare. Diane, what's that website?
OSFhealthcare.org.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Well, our guys had a good week of practice, kind of simulated all the things that you have up there. The part that I really enjoyed of this group, the work ethic, their mentality, their focus, right? So really challenged them on Sunday to put a good week of work in. They've done that. Health-wise, everybody's cleared. Everybody's good to go. Shouldn't be Aiden Lawford practice all week. There's somebody else. Who was it? Caleb. Oh, Caleb cleared. Yeah, Caleb practiced yesterday and today. Actually, I think he practiced Tuesday, too. He did practice Tuesday. He might have been in green, but yeah, he's cleared. So with that, open up for questions.
This Wisconsin defense obviously is playing well. Yeah. I think the 2 freshman linebackers are probably, what have you seen from the
they played well all year, really, defensively. I mean, there's obviously some games that got away from them there and during that stretch, but they're big up front. They're physical. That DC and him and Luke have been together a long time, so I think they understand what they want. The emergence of the 2 freshman linebackers, obviously, they're very productive. But I just think overall they play with a lot of confidence. They do a lot, but not a lot. They kind of hide certain things well. But I'm excited about the challenge. I know Luke's excited. I think the biggest thing too, they've really tackled, I think, pretty well. One of the things that gets lost on defensive measurements is a lot of times the actual production on early downs. Now, third down, it's about throwing at the chains, right, making it. But early downs, a lot about tackling. They've tackled very, very well.
All right, well, that's Brett Bielema, Illinois football coach. They leave today to go up to Madison and take on the Badgers at a 6:30 nighttime game in Madison, Wisconsin, the state capital of the great state of Wisconsin. Illinois favored by 8 or so, 7.5 to 8.5 as the spread started out at 9.5 to 10, indicating people are betting on Wisconsin taking the points. We will see, but you know what? I got 2 games left. This one and then home next week. It's going to be like 35 degrees, 40 degrees at kickoff for senior day and a lot going on. That's a night game with Northwestern.
At 6:30 at Geese Memorial Stadium.
So it's, and all these seniors, we got a lot of guys leaving, and we're going to miss them. We're going to really miss them. Good luck replacing Luke Altmaier.
He's
starting quarterback.
Been great, and I think Coach will be out recruiting pretty soon after this.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. And the Class 3A should be interesting with Unity at SJO with that game tomorrow at 1. Nice to talk with the coaches about a half hour ago with SJO's Sean Skinner and, of course, our Unity Rockets with Tony Reitz. We had a recruit coming in, Lucas Morello, for the basketball team, 6'7", from Mount Vernon, New York. Yep. And 4 or 5-star recruit. Looks like he'll be a great addition to the team. Our team's in action against Long Island tomorrow with a 1 o'clock tip-off at the State Farm Center, as we say, go Illini. The volleyball team lost to UCLA yesterday and will be in action at 6 o'clock tomorrow on the West Coast against number 16 USC. NBA action had Philadelphia over Milwaukee, 123-114 in overtime. Indianapolis's Pacers at Cleveland, and we have Minnesota at Chicago to face the Bulls this evening. Also had Seattle over the Blackhawks 3-2. Philadelphia over the St. Louis Blues 3-2 in overtime. Last night we had the Houston Texans beating the Buffalo Bills 23-19. The game that will spotlight on Q96 Sunday at noon is Pittsburgh at Chicago to face the Bears. Yep. Minnesota's at Green Bay, Indianapolis is at Kansas City, and your Atlanta's Falcons, thank you, and the New Orleans Saints, Johnny, will be in action on Sunday at 3:25.
New Orleans can beat them. We can take them.
Saturday, November 29th, Small Business Saturday. the day to celebrate and support small businesses and all they do for our communities. About 31.7 million small businesses in the country, according to my commercial from Busey. I don't have a site.
Okay.
Let's see. Counting for more than 99% of all businesses, small business. No secret that small businesses are the lifeblood of the American economy. Now a staple of the holiday shopping season, Small Business Saturday, created by American Express during the 2010 recession. Can you participate? Heck yeah. Find a small business to support as a customer. Market yourself as a small business owner. Make sure people know you're locally owned, because that's I totally lean to locally owned mom and pops. That's what we are. Support local businesses as a community organization. Busey, who's been around since 1868, invites you to shop local. Small Business Saturday on November 29, a week from tomorrow. You might even discover your new favorite store. Busey since 1868. Member FDIC. Check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier. Pretty doggone good. It's Friday, November 21. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. The beat goes on with this low November-looking sky, reduced visibility as areas of fog and mist, and steady rains once again from about the I-74 corridor on southward. We'll be on the northern clip of that for the day today. Areas of fog much of the day, and a dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. High temperature getting close to 50 on a light east and northeasterly wind. We'll have a more significant period of rain come through the area later this morning and into this afternoon. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight, colder 36. Good looking weather for the weekend, up to 53 tomorrow, 58 Sunday. Lots of sunshine. Clouds increase Monday. Late in the day, a little rain in the afternoon. Highs up near 57. And a couple of spells of rain, especially in the morning hours of Tuesday, up near 60. Then cooler weather Wednesday, but we're dry for the travel day. Next week at 46. A little rain, snow mix. No big deal Thanksgiving morning. Temperatures in the 30s and dropping during the day. Then cold weather and breezy at that for Friday and into the following weekend. High temperatures into the lower 30s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Interest rates could be coming down in December. After all, New York Fed President John Williams says the Fed can still cut interest rates in the near term without putting its inflation goal at risk. His assessment came in prepared remarks for a Central Bank of Chile event. There's another sign shoppers are looking to save. Warehouse club chain BJ's Wholesale says its sales rose more than 1% in recent months. It retained members and signed up new ones. BJ's Wholesale is raising expectations for the year. The stock's up 2.5%. Ross Stores, another discount retailer, also is raising its forecast for the year. Sales rose in recent months. The stock is up nearly 3%. Gap shares are rallying up 5%. Gap says sales were up 3% in the recent quarter. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information, including repair quotes and online scheduling requests, available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Mayor-elect of New York meeting with the President of the United States at the White House today, Zamran Mandani and Donald Trump. Johnny, what's going to happen?
I think it's probably going to be a civilized discussion that may not have a lot of real common ground, but they may come across, or it could go south, one way or the other.
It won't. Dave Gentry
One of
also
those two things.
hanging out with us a little bit.
What do you think, Dave?
Do you think it won't become the Zelensky thing in the remember the Oval Office?
Yeah.
Zelensky, that was kind of.
Mondami's a commie, and I think Trump's going to say that, and then the fight's going to be on.
No, Steve made a point about the one-on-one. He's not. If it's a press conference thing, I think it's a little risky. But if it's really just between them and their folks, I think it could be.
But if he comes in the Oval with the reporters like he does, and
that could be bad.
Could be interesting. So I remember talking to a cabinet guy from Indianapolis. Remember him?
Yes.
Commerce or something. Anyway, I had him on like 3 times in 2 months, and I said, "Tell me what he's like in a meeting." He said, "It's unbelievable. He doesn't say a word. He just listens. He hears everything." And then he says to me, "Alex, what are you doing today?" He says, "Mr. President," he said, "what are you accomplishing today?" And they're just not used to that. Yeah. What do you mean accountability?
Hey, accountability.
What, I got to go back and they're going to tell me what I do today. Anyway, so he comes from a different perspective of getting something done. And he's way better, I think, at that. And I think that Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, first woman ever, I think she's totally keeping him more focused. Can't control the, seditious treason, hang them kind of thing.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to have a public meeting between the two right now. They don't know each other that well, and both of them have to play to their base.
I don't think that's right. I would not do an open thing. No way. Okay, I'm not watching much TV, but certainly it's particularly serious things. But the reality things we're watching, Dancing with the Stars now. They got a final coming up Tuesday, and then Special Forces. You ever see any of that? It's where they take people like Shawn Johnson, former Olympic gold medalist, and they put him through the rigors of becoming a special force. Anyway,
that's a lot of rigor.
Well, and the last they keep them up for like 36 hours straight, so they're kind of losing a little bit, and then they put them in a box with mud and shut it like a coffin, and that just is the last thing they got to do. And anyway, the winner was Shawn Johnson and another woman, and in 4 seasons of Special Forces, 7 out of 9 winners are women. What does that tell you?
Wow.
The women are tough.
That's right.
And Johnny Manziel was in this season. Jesse Smollett, the guy that said nobody believed him when he was attacked by the MAGA people, when he went to jail for that because he lied.
Why was that, I wonder?
That's so funny. He's on that show. He didn't last too long. And
I would have been surprised if he lasted very long.
Yeah, well, he didn't. Anyway, and Johnny Manziel was like, no way. And they were carrying racks
Yeah,
up.
Manziel isn't going to sign up. Well, I didn't sign up for anything like this. Hey, let's go to the bar.
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't think I would. Gracie said, "Would I do that?" And I was going, "No." And as Johnny says, the bungee jumping, I got enough issues. I don't need.
Well, I think now that you're talking about this, Dave and I could come up with an over 70 special forces.
Boom!
Oh, yeah. Think
Now
about
it'd be
that.
modified. It'd be modified. But yeah, we could probably get some people involved in that.
Oh, there are people standing in line for something like that.
There you go.
All right.
Well, speaking of your Dancing with the Stars, it's the event for the Don Moyer Boys and Girls Club tomorrow at the iHotel. So all the best to the dancers. And you can actually start voting now, even before they dance, and watch everything online. It's really taking it up a notch technically since we started this, 15 years ago or so?
A long time ago.
Stevie J?
Yeah.
So fun to host that event. It was such a great idea, and so many terrific dancers at dmbgc.org for details.
All right, it's a Stever. That's $50. If you love Jets Pizza, you can get a $50 gift card via the Go Stever Club. Thousands of you have joined this because some radio dude's giving out money.
Heck yeah.
So if you want to go to gostever.com, you can register, and then you'll maybe win, and then when you're done, you'll get a survey that I ask that you thoughtfully consider how they could do better.
So many delicious choices as you go to jetspizza.com and see their menu. They're located at 1907 West Springfield and at 512 Neal Street in Champaign.
Go to gostever.com, gostever.com. And again, if you are interested in free Illinois basketball tickets for tomorrow, I've got a handful, 217-359-2255. Text in the Illini, and you can win from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza. All right, we're coming back. News in the final segment of the week. Next, 217-359-2255 is a Fisher National Bank text line. The news coming up next. ESPN 93.5. It's 8:30.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar! La, 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 la.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Appointed message. The House votes this morning to denounce socialism. The same day, socialist Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani meets the capitalist President Donald Trump. But Trump holds the key to federal funding for the plans Mamdani wants to carry out, like free buses. As the Trump team looks to persuade Americans, hold on, affordability is around the corner. The Trump economy is starting to kick into high gear, they say. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent tells Fox.
We're going back to Trump-style growth, which is high growth, low inflation, which is just the opposite of the Biden years.
Optimistic about acceleration in the first, second, and third quarter next year. The Department of Justice sues California Governor Gavin Newsom over giving illegal migrants college tuition benefits, calling it unequal treatment because U.S. citizens are not entitled to the same benefits. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everybody, it's Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini linebacker, All-American. When I moved back to town last year, I needed brand new appliances for my renovated kitchen and looked no further than Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Unprecedented products, unrivaled service. I love their protection plan, and so will you. Visit them at appliance-world.com or at their physical location on Neal Street by Interstate 74.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois Commerce Commission cutting down the rate request of two big gas utilities in the state. The ICC reduced Ameren, Illinois rate request for its natural gas delivery services by nearly $56 million. ICC also cut more than $146 million off Nicor's gas rate request for its natural gas delivery services. Authorities investigating a fire at a church in Champaign. It broke out this week at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist on Bloomington Road. Good news, nobody was hurt. It's not known how much damage those flames caused. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. Two more flyover ramps to the I-57, I-74 interchange opening early this morning, representing two more milestones in the major reconstruction project there. Illinois Department of Transportation said the ramps from eastbound I-74, the northbound I-57, and southbound I-57 to eastbound I-74 opening at 6 a.m. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Just like a great football coach, he comes up with a game plan. He plans on doing the right thing at the right time. Winter is a great time to make home improvements such as new siding, windows, gutters, garage doors, and even phantom screens. So don't get uptight, relax, and enjoy the game. Just don't drop the ball. Call Dillman Brothers and score big. 217-344-8290. You can also contact us by email on our website, DILLMANBrothers.com. Get your exterior in shape. No rookies, only pros at Dillman Brothers.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
We check your weekend weather. Here's our meteorologist again, Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The beat goes on with his low November-looking sky, reduced visibility as areas of fog and mist, and steady rains once again from about the I-74 corridor on southward. We'll be on the northern clip of that for the day today. Areas of fog much of the day, and a dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. High temperature getting close to 50 on a light east and northeasterly wind. We'll have a more significant period of rain to come through the area later this morning and into this afternoon. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight, colder 36. Good looking weather for the weekend, up to 53 tomorrow, 58 Sunday. Lots of sunshine, clouds increase Monday. Late in the day, a little rain in the afternoon. Highs up near 57, and a couple of spells of rain, especially in the morning hours of Tuesday, up near 60. Then cooler weather Wednesday, but we're dry for the travel day. Next week at 46, a little rain, snow mix, no big deal. Thanksgiving morning, temperatures in the 30s and dropping during the day. Then cold weather and breezy at that for Friday and into the following weekend. High temperatures into the lower 30s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Solier.
Again, the first place Chicago Bears live here on our radio cluster, Q96, WQQB, carrying the Chicago Bears. They play noon?
Steelers, yes.
Noon Sunday. Mm-hmm. And Aaron Rodgers is said to really want to play in the game. Well, he's owned the Bears, and so the Bear fans do not like Aaron Rodgers because he's done the whole own you thing. And
I predict some targeting with the helmet on his left wrist.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to play. And then it's Mason Rudolph. I think the Bears have to win this game to really solidify an 8-3 record if they win.
No, they
had a tough schedule coming up.
And let's see, Pittsburgh. I don't know where they're going.
They're 6-3. 6-4.
Are they 6-4?
Yeah.
6-3, 6-4.
6-4.
10 games.
Yep.
I think.
Just looking up this headline, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be the villain at the Bears. No longer wants to ask that bygones be bygones.
Well, he also said it's not about getting injured. It's about staying. It's about his health. So I'm not exactly sure. He's a 41-year-old man getting hit. He avoids it like he just gets down now.
There seems to be a left wrist issue
I think
and had
it's actually
limited practice on Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know how you. Of course, it's his left wrist.
No, it's just not his throwing arm. I mean, he can play, but if it gets hit, it's going to be tough.
But he's avoiding getting hit a lot this year.
Now, how do you just avoid? They all avoid getting hit.
Tom Brady avoided it. Took fetal position and never really got hit because he gave up.
He got hit,
second
but not
17.
as much
He
as
was
some.
very good at that, and he lasted until he's 45.
Right.
But I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is thinking more long-term injury here as far as his life, and I think he just says he's
almost a fracture. I mean, week 11 against Cincinnati.
I wouldn't want to play with a fracture.
I know.
How do you recover your wrist without hurting your left grip?
The backup is Mason Rudolph. It looks like.
I mean, and the Bear fans, Johnny, they're pretty patient. You saw that when Kurt, whatever his name was, that went out of that championship game.
Yeah, they lit his jerseys on fire.
Yeah.
That was their quarterback.
Who's that quarterback? What was his name?
It was
Kurt.
Somebody will text that one.
Right.
It wasn't Kurt.
No,
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
I don't know where I pulled that one out.
Good job.
Jay
Cutler. But the problem was he came out at halftime, said he couldn't go, and he looked normal.
Right.
And this
He
is the
right.
NFC Championship
At least
game.
limp.
And it wasn't just that. It was against the Green Bay
Packers. And
That's even
he
worse.
needed to come out on a gurney with an IV, and then the fans would have said, well, I guess. Because otherwise, Bear fans burning his jersey in the third quarter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what quarter, but they
I think it was
definitely
after halftime.
lit
'cause
him
he
on
did-
fire.
Listen, as Johnny said in 2021, you'll be excited to have the Bears in Champaign at Memorial Stadium, but you'll be just as excited when they leave.
Well, that was 2001.
Was-
You said 2020. Was it?
2001.
Yeah, it was a long time
And Coach
ago.
Ditka took naps at your recliner in your house in
Unbelievable.
Philo. And then he'd get up at 3:30 and want to go and just keep walking, saying, come on, Johnny. And he just was perpetual motion.
Yeah.
When people ask us about Coach, we don't know.
He was doing the color announcing for the playoff game. He did that for several years.
Well, then after
for
one
the preseason game.
he came out of the stadium, and of course, there's a drunk Bear fan heckling him, and Coach turns around and walks toward him. So after that time, I got.
It wasn't a drunk Bear fan.
I thought it was a drunk Bear fan.
I thought it was a drunk Packer fan.
I'm not sure. It wasn't. Anyway, that was the first of the season. So
he was definitely drunk. We'll agree on that.
Well, and so Troy Daniels, who was with Champaign Police at the time, I said we got to get him.
Well, when we did it without him, we gave him a ride to the airport,
Yeah.
but he had to walk to First Street.
Well, we just couldn't leave him alone, so they had police escort
Well, he
for
was
him.
mobbed.
Well, plus anybody agitated, Coach generally didn't just walk.
No, then he was talking about poking the bear, literally and physically.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't know how Coach's health is. We don't think it's great.
No,
So-
he's not doing well. He can't. He's just not mobile, which is tough. Like you say, he likes to keep moving, as we all do.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
My mom's in the same boat.
Yeah.
She wants to go. But
Shout out to my daughter Anna. She bought this sweatshirt and dropped it by the radio
Chicago
studios
Bears.
yesterday.
That's a good looking.
You want to
sweatshirt.
put the
She's going to the game
camera
Sunday.
on me?
Yeah, she's going
I'm
to the
going.
game.
I'm going to the game on Sunday against the Steelers. So
Oh,
here we go.
okay.
So you better bundle up.
Well, I'll wear some layers.
Because you're never cold when you feel it, and then you're there 4 hours. You're going, dang, I'm freezing.
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Gentry's probably wrapped up in newspaper at Wrigley Field before.
You know, years ago, I would do that kind of thing, but anymore, I'm just like, no, it's
I
too
can watch
chilly
it on
for that.
TV, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
they-
ESPN had the ad campaign. Being a sports fan is work, and they'd show how much work it was. It's so true.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm retired.
The
David.
tailgaters, all
Yeah.
of that.
We put in our time.
Can't do
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
We put in our time.
Well, Diane's
Did it back in
gonna.
the day.
Do you have any idea if you're trying to tailgate or anything?
I don't. We're leaving around 6 a.m., so we'll have plenty of time to tailgate, but I'm not driving. I'm along for the ride.
See if people. See if people.
See,
Are,
she's slowing down too.
see if people are still drinking beer before the games. I don't know if they are. I'm just.
For crying out loud.
All right, let's get to a few texts, Diane. What do we got?
I wanted to bring up something that Brian had brought up earlier in the show about some of the comments that Johnny has been making. Yesterday, Johnny expressed a doubt that either Chamber of Commerce is quote unquote not taking up.
Chamber of Congress.
Chamber of Congress.
Yeah.
That's the House or
Sorry.
the Senate.
Yes.
Yeah.
not taking up the other chamber's approved bill means they can ignore the work of the other. I researched it yesterday, and that's exactly what that means. No wonder nothing gets done, and our elected officials don't have to go out on a record of any of these issues.
The proposal in the House has been, a committee came out and said you shouldn't be able to trade stocks or your family while you're in the congressional, Congress or Senate, because there's been so much. Many people
don't like that either. They're making so much money on what's considered
How
confidential
many years
stuff.
have they been saying that?
And the Senate, we haven't heard anything from
Nothing.
them. And I said they could ignore it, and it just goes by the way. Which, by the way, this is the reason that there's
Senate
so
response.
there's so many executive orders and so many rulings by judges, because the Congress just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And so they have to legislate for us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like that, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
I got one. Nick, he's one of our standard listeners.
Yeah.
From Philo here. They don't tell Pete Hegseth about the women who
7
won.
out of 9 of Special Forces. Yeah.
He wouldn't believe that women could do it. But I mean, I'd have to say, Hegseth he'll take anyone that can meet the challenge.
Right.
It's the bar,
Yeah.
whether you're a man or a woman. Think about the guys who got beat by the women, because they did better.
Right.
That's who we want. We want guys,
yeah.
but there's ample opportunity in some other industries.
Yeah, it takes a lot to be in a special forces, I'm sure.
And they got plenty to do in the military
I
for them,
firmly
too.
believe a woman can be president. I'm fine with that. Just give me the right woman, right?
I can give you 5 presidents and then 5 women I'd rather have as president. So, I think...
Remember all the buzz about Condoleezza Rice? We all liked her and thought she would be a really strong leader, but she never wanted it.
Right. I think Margaret Thatcher shows you could be a pretty good
She was
woman
strong.
leader.
Yeah, she was strong. Currently, what women would make good presidents?
What women would make good presidents?
We have...
Actually, I know she's kind of doing her Miss America thing, but the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, would be a good president.
Kristi Noem.
She would be a good one.
Well, they've been bashing her for her Barbie looks,
Well,
that's
yeah.
for sure.
Well, but she'd be a good president because she did a great job in South Dakota. And let's see. Well, you come up with Dave. Come on, you've got.
No, I'm staying out of this.
Republican woman in.
Well, what about a Democratic woman?
Well, you got the woman Michigan.
Probably not Jasmine
Gretchen.
Crockett.
Gretchen. Whitmer,
even no.
Michigan.
No.
You got Kamala.
No. There's plenty of Democratic women I could.
Yeah.
I could.
Well,
consider.
AOC is a real deal with that left.
She's a real deal, but she would not be a good president.
She would be.
In my opinion.
No, I agree. I mean, I don't think the no, I don't believe she would. But as far as doing well in a primary, she'd do well in a primary.
The congresswoman from New York, I think I would. Doggone it, she's running for governor of New York.
Oh, yes, I agree. We can't remember.
Elise
Stefanik.
Yeah,
there you go. Something's weird, and I don't know if I've crossed that bridge.
I think she would be.
I don't remember names very well anymore.
No, I don't either.
What is that? A true thing? Is that a statement? What is it? Is it past what age?
There's people.
With music, it's 40.
40 is music?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, but then there's always people like Tony Exine here I'd never forget. Oh, sorry, Dave.
Okay, Bowie.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
8:45.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service. and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Yeah, Larry Geese gave all that money to the business college and then gave $100 million to the Memorial Stadium. He also was sitting next to Brad Underwood on the bench against Alabama. It was Larry Geese, and I must have, if it was a whole entourage, I had 8 seats right next to the coaches on the first row.
Wow, that might be worth
it's a $100 million donation, but
I'm going to check my 401k. But yeah.
All right, quick headline.
Illinois and Wisconsin, 6:30 tomorrow in Madison. We also have the volleyball team on the West Coast. They were beat in a 5-set thriller yesterday against UCLA, winning the first and third sets. USC is number 16. They'll be the person that we play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We also have the Illinois basketball team in action against Long Island. Looks like Jeffrey Reynolds is a winner. Thanks for texting in Illini to try to get these seats from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza, which is our offer today at GoStever.com. We also have Lucas Morello as the new recruit on the basketball team. A good buzz about him. Buffalo was beat by the Houston Texans 23-19 yesterday. Class 3A action has Unity at SJO tomorrow at 1.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. Gail Ferks Trucking.
Well, this is some of the most stressful times in the office for Beth and Donna, or they're under the pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And, of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
That's awesome. And you try it as a rule to have your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
That is the number one rule in operations is the drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on their job.
It's a really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. Widespread low overcast, still locked into position, and a dense fog advisory through about 9 this morning. Some of the steadiest rain so far bypassing Champaign and Vermilion counties down to the south, but as the morning wears on, at least some steadier light rains will break out across the area. Temperatures inching up close to about 50 degrees. Heads up on the lower visibilities here. Much of the day today, in particular, for this morning. Occasional rain this evening, clearing after midnight. Colder 36. Good looking weather, though, returns for the weekend. And abundance of sunshine. opportunities to get those holiday decorations out and going. You'll want to do that this weekend. 53 tomorrow, 32 tomorrow night, 58 on Sunday, and not bad on Monday. Increasing clouds at 57, a little bit of drabble of rain late in the day, Monday to Tuesday. Highs near 60 on Tuesday, then 40s on Wednesday, 30s and dropping on Thanksgiving Day. Maybe a few sprinkles and snowflakes in the morning, and partly sunny, breezy, cold weather for the day Friday into the rest of the holiday weekend. Maybe a snowflake and highs in the low 30s, nights in the upper teens to low 20s. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Fall is here, and that means it's time to make sure your furnace is ready before the cold sets in. With our Land's Comfort Family Plan, we'll visit twice a year to keep your HVAC and plumbing systems in top shape. You'll have peace of mind of knowing your home is ready for the season ahead. Call Land's today at 217-355-5512 and ask about joining our comfort family. Visit us anytime at landsinc.com, and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
You know, when we first moved here in 2022, 3 years here in Johnny's building in Philo, I was upstairs when they lit the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Cool. And you know what I felt? I felt like I'm in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Locally owned, oldest building in Philo. Trees go on. Everybody, it's just like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. Well, if Dave and I can get our act together, you will be in a Hallmark movie, Steve, because we could put one on.
You could write it, and we'll produce it.
Right here in Philo, Philo Tolono.
When you were a star instructor at Parkland College, we
Many moons ago.
We did a radio theater thing, and somewhere in the archives, Gentry has me doing radio theater with him.
Yeah, that's true.
But nobody knows where it is.
Is that
I got them all.
Oh, you got them all?
Oh,
Reading,
yeah.
you know, is that like
reel-to-reel tape?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
reading a play with the characters on the radio? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah, we had a good time producing
Love
that.
that stuff.
That's like 1980 or 1 or 82.
Let's do What About
there.
Bob?
What about Bob? Dr. Marvin, Dr. Leo Marvin. You need a
just like
vacation.
that.
I am on vacation. It's a classic movie. Classic
Yeah,
movie.
It's a lot like that.
All right. Well, we will be back Monday, God willing, and
we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thanksgiving, through Monday. Right?
I got my turkey ordered, so we got one ready at Old Time Meat and Deli. It's very expensive, but it's fresh.
Cool.
So
good.
No ingredients punched in it. Nothing.
Well, it sounds good.
You have one. You got to get one.
Well, I was told that my wife and daughters were going to take care of it, and that I actually needed to stay out of it. Which I was offended. I was offended.
Keep their word on that?
What's that?
Did they keep their word?
No,
on that?
they're keeping their word.
Wow,
Okay.
Johnny, and plus he's getting a Good Vibes television delivered Tuesday.
That's right.
All good.
I got leaf filter gutters coming too.
Man.
Oh, great.
And what about the internet? Do we get that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got the Pavlov fiber, so yeah.
Okay, you're good, man.
We're good. I don't know what I have. It's like my iPhone 17. I do not know what I have.
Hey, Dave Gentry, nice to see you, man.
Good to be here.
Always a pleasure for Mr. David Gentry, radio legend. Johnny, thank you.
All right, great fun, Diane. Hey, we got a big weekend. Let's
Yes,
let's
we
go
do.
get them,
To
team.
all our athletes, yes, all the best.
Thank you, Diane. Be safe in
Enjoy
Chicago.
the weekend.
At the Bear game. Be
Thank
careful.
you.
All right, I'm Stevie J. We'll be back Monday, Lord willing. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution. Subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC. Member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
At Monaco's Pizza, everyone's welcome at the table. Craving crispy thin crust, pan-style comfort, or gluten-free goodness? They've got something for everyone, including their one-of-a-kind point pizza, perfect for sharing. Since 1959, Monaco's has been the neighborhood spot for great food, warm smiles, and good times. Monaco's Pizza, your people, your place.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
At hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola.